two halves, you really came out and took control in the second half, and then, or in the first half, and then in the second half, it seems like maybe they kind of found a little rhythm, and I don't want to say you hung on, but certainly it was a little tighter.
No, that's how I felt too. No, I felt like our first half we executed our stuff, played with a lot of energy, made shots, and really did a good job on them defensively. Just tail of two halves would be fatigue, foul trouble a little bit, and being cautious. Some of that's me. You're playing for a blue and gold title. I'm not risking very much, so we want to run a little good clock, run a lot of sets, and get guys in and out, and just make sure we got to the fourth quarter and try to hold on to that 20-point lead and play it through there. So we probably did a few things a little less risky, if you will. So that probably why the game didn't end up to be larger. But then on the other side of it, Willard, made adjustments. They made big shots, and I don't remember a game where they've thrown in 2 full quarters, basically. Well, luckily one of them didn't count, but the one kid hit 3 threes in a row, and I think one of them was from 80 feet, so whatever, yeah.
Titus was pretty gritty from the start to finish. What did you see out of him tonight?
He just continues to get better. He's got a big motor. Him and Chase, they both are very competitive guys, and they play with a lot of energy and a lot of emotion. And so he just continues to be that secondary, problem for people that with his size and his ability that, his ceiling's really high. So, he's had a great tournament. Our whole group had a great tournament. So we're just happy the way it all turned out, injury-free, and move on to the next.
You brought up the steals. We saw quite a few of those to start the game. Do you think that's the kind of confidence your team needs to keep at pace?
Yeah, we play off our defense. Our steals, obviously, we were really aggressive on defense when we didn't have foul trouble. And, that shows. You get loose and you get some dunks and you get a lot of energy. And so in the second half, really didn't have that the same. And a lot of it is you played 4 games with 1 day of rest. So just all of it and the emotions that go into this. There, 4,000, 5,000 people in a room. Kids get a little tight, get a little nervous. So I was just proud of their efforts and what they got done.
How much was this team seeking redemption after last year?
I think that's just, this group's so competitive. Like I said, anytime they lose, it's just marked on the board. They're just upset about it. So, which is a good thing to have. But no, we stubbed our toe last year, but we played a really good Kickapoo team that was, did a better job than we did. We didn't play really well, and I think that youth that we had last year was a big factor in it. And we had some sickness too, but Kickapoo was really good. And so I was just proud. We got down to them, I think, numerous times, and they held on to make it a one-possession, or we held on to make it a one-possession game. And so, no, I think they learned a lot from that, learned a lot from what it's like to play in a blue and gold championship. And so, no, like I said, we're just really happy to be where we're at and get a blue and gold title.
How do you build off of this for the rest of the season?
Just keep moving. Just keep moving. They're sitting at 9-0 right now, and, we're just happy to be 9-0. So the rest of our schedule doesn't get any easier with the TOC and some tough off the schedule or non-conference games. So you got Chaminade, you got I don't even want to name them right now. My brain's fried. So yeah.
You said, thank God there's no injuries. We saw some tough falls from Chase. Also, rumor has it that he's not feeling the greatest as well. What does that say about him coming out here and performing?
He's never healthy. He's never healthy. That's just how he is. But no, he's the way he plays. He plays with his body on the floor and plays, with a lot of contact. And with that being said, we have to tell him, hey, practice-wise too, no need to die for this loose ball, which, you hate to tell a kid that, but that's important too. You got to take care of yourself. But no, that's how he's going to play, and hopefully we can keep him injury-free. He gets a lot of treatments, but he's a tough kid.
He came in tonight with 76 points in the first 3 games. Had a chance to be the first Rogersville kid to ever come away with a 100-point tournament. I suspect that you didn't know that, and he probably didn't know
I
either.
honestly didn't know, nor did I care. I really don't. We're just trying to do, he's going to get his points. We don't pay attention to that, and we're not trying to win any records or whatever. We're just trying to win for LR. So.
A follow to that, it seemed in the second half that he was as interested, or whatever word you'd like to use, in setting up other guys. He passed on a lot of open shots,
Yeah.
and made the extra pass, hit the open guy. What's that say about him as a player?
No, he's very unselfish. A lot of that's me too, reminding him, trust your teammates. We talk about that with every guy, not just Chase. And they're a lot better basketball team when we move it, because we do have a lot of guys that can shoot it. I felt like we shot it pretty decent, because if we didn't, we went on a few runs there where I think we hit three or four threes, and if we don't get those, this game's a little tighter and a little bit more troublesome. But no, he's unselfish. He's just, I say this all the time, that he's not selfish. He's just confident. So when and we've got a couple of those guys, and so when you're confident, you think you can win. Doesn't mean you're selfish. So getting them to trust each other has been our biggest deal, and it keeps continuing. And so we're happy where we're at.
One other thing, apparently you're now tied for 10th in wins in this tournament.
Rogersville.
No, you.
Oh, I don't know that either. I just, like I said, I'm getting old, so I don't check the books. I'll check them when I'm retired.
Past a guy named Darren Taylor.
I've heard of him. I've heard of him. Yeah, he's a pretty good coach.
For the past 2 years, not coming out on top, definitely feels great. To come out victorious, and I feel like we all played. Go, bro, chill. I feel like we all played our hearts out. It was a together win. We all played together, played hard D, and I feel like that's how we came out on top. So.
Were you guys seeking revenge, especially after last year?
100%. I mean, that was our main motive. Coming in the years, I feel like we could have had a chance to win the state championship last year, even the blue and gold as well. So I feel like that's something that we've taken on our shoulder in practice in the summer, playing up and down against one another, and this season. So yeah.
How fun is it to be playing with these guys?
It's amazing. These are my best friends. Grew up with most of these kids. I've been here since 4th grade, so it's great. We all hang out outside of basketball, so we're all best friends. So it's great.